Hi, it's Ann Hager here with ReFocus Fitness Consulting, and welcome to this week's Rio Rancho Regional Chamber Chat. Today we have Laurie McFarland here. Welcome, Laurie.
Thank you, Ann.
And Laurie is with McFarland Legal Consulting, correct?
Correct.
And she's also one of our newest ambassadors, so yay! She's
Thank
at all
you.
the events, and we just love always seeing you.
Appreciate it.
So first of all, I know we're going to talk a lot about estate planning. So tell us what what it is and how people benefit from it.
Sure, Ann. Estate planning is making sure that you've planned ahead for what's going to happen when you're not here.
Right.
It takes care of all of your property, making sure that your wishes are carried out.
Right.
One of the other things that we need to do, though, when we're making an estate plan is also to make sure that people have the optional documents that are available for New Mexico before you pass away. There's a financial power of attorney and an advanced healthcare directive that also need to be done that express your wishes if for some reason you can't take care of your finances or if you can't take care of your own healthcare decisions.
Right.
That way someone else will be able to make those for you without having some sort of a court involved.
And that makes sense, though, because people wait until, or they don't do anything. And then I've heard so many stories. So.
Exactly. And that's one of the big concerns is to make sure that you don't have to have that problem, that you don't have to wait, that family doesn't have to figure out what you really wanted to do.
Absolutely.
That way it's taken care of and nobody has to worry.
Yes, and it just makes the whole thing seamless in the whole process, and it's already in place.
Exactly.
So how long have you been an attorney?
Well, I got a license in Colorado in 2004.
Okay.
And I've had my license here in New Mexico since 2008.
Oh, wow.
Since I was from there, I got it there first. And then, as I like to say, my husband and I are on the DOE tour with his work for the Department of Energy.
Oh, fun.
So we've been in New Mexico. This is our second trip. We've been back since 2019. And I've also explained to him that we are now here. I do not wish to leave.
Good.
New Mexico is where I want to be.
Yes, no, I love hearing that. And so also, when should a person start thinking about an estate plan and get started with that whole thing?
Yeah, there are a lot of times in your life when you really should think about what your plan should be. First of all, once you've made your first big investment, whatever that is, if it's a car, if it's a home, that sort of thing, you should think about protecting it. That's when you should start thinking, gee, if I weren't here, what would happen?
Right.
And at that point, you probably want to go ahead and make an estate plan, at least a basic one,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just, here's what happens to my car, or here's who would get my home.
Right.
Those are simple and easy. At that point, you've got something and you're ready. But as life changes, you really need to think about reviewing that plan, doing it something again. I kind of say there should be a rule of thumb. Every 5 years, you ought to re-examine your plan and just make sure that it's okay for you still. Because if you think about it, as you're going through the stages of life, as soon as you have children, that plan's got to change.
Right.
Because you've got to make sure that you take care of the kids. But then as they get older, every 5 years or so, they're going to need different things from that plan. Maybe what a 5-year-old would need is entirely different than how a 10-year-old would need care or how a 15-year-old would need care. So there's a lot of reassessing that should go on during the lifetime. If you don't get a chance, though, it's okay. You're still all right.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and get one done whenever you're ready to do one, just so the weight is off your shoulders and you don't have to think about it anymore.
And it makes sense because time goes by, very fast. You could say 5 years and 5 years is gone. My husband and I have talked about maybe we should start thinking about all these things, but in our mind, we're 21. So you're like, it's okay.
That's one of the biggest problems is, it's not something that people enjoy thinking about. Who among us wants to think about what's going to happen when we're not here, right? But if you're like me and you're the kind of personality who says, well, gee, I know what I want, but I'm not going to be able to do it, then that's when you need to have it written so that somebody else can get it done for you.
Well, this is a great topic, and we're just happy having you here today. So if folks want to reach out to you, you can let them know what's the best way.
Sure. My phone number at the office is 505-977-7537. If you have to leave a message, please do. I will get back with you within 1 business day. You can also reach out by email. My email is Laurie, that's Laurie, at McFarlegal, MCF as in Frank, legal.com. And I have an office space over on 750 Broadmoor. I'm in the State Farm Building in Suite C.
Well, awesome. And everything will be out there on social media. So we're so happy to have you here today. And we'll be seeing you in an event soon.
Thanks so much, Ann. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And you all have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
Okay, give me a slide.